Tyson Fury vs. Oleksandr Usyk III, the trilogy that nobody thought would happen so soon, but boxing fans around the world can't stop talking about. After two epic battles between the Gypsy King and the Ukrainian master technician, the stage is finally set for their third and possibly final showdown. This is more than a fight. It's the conclusion of a rivalry that has defined the heavyweight division in this era. The first Fury vs. Usyk fight shocked the boxing world. Usyk, the smaller man, defied expectations by outboxing the much bigger and heavier Tyson Fury. His footwork, timing, and defensive IQ left Fury looking confused and frustrated for long stretches. Though the fight was razor close, the judges awarded a split decision victory to Usyk, crowning him as the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. That loss was Fury's first professional defeat, and it cut deep. Fury, known for his confidence and charisma, vowed revenge immediately. The rematch, Fury vs. Usyk II, was supposed to be his redemption. Fury promised that he would come in lighter, sharper, and hungrier than ever, and for the first half of that fight, he looked like he might reclaim his throne. He used his jab effectively, worked the body, and kept Usyk on the back foot. But Usyk, being the master tactician he is, adapted as the rounds went on. In the later stages, his combination punching and precision started breaking Fury down again. The fight ended in another close decision, this time a draw. Neither man was satisfied, and the demand for a trilogy became inevitable. Now, the third fight between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk carries massive stakes. For Fury, this is redemption or ruin. For Usyk, it's legacy, the chance to prove beyond any doubt that he is the greatest heavyweight of his generation. The bout is set to take place in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, under the massive lights of the Kingdom Arena. The world will be watching. Tyson Fury has been uncharacteristically quiet in the build-up this time. Gone are the over-the-top antics, the singing at press conferences, and the constant verbal warfare. Instead, he's been focused, trimmed down, and serious. Sources from his camp say Fury has been sparring with smaller, faster fighters to mimic Usyk's movement. He's reportedly worked on increasing his output and tightening his defense, knowing that Usyk thrives on counterpunching openings. Meanwhile, Oleksandr Usyk has remained calm and disciplined, as always. His camp in Kyiv and later in Poland has been focused on perfecting his movement and precision. His trainer, Anatoly Lomachenko, father of Vasyl Lomachenko, is said to have implemented new drills emphasizing rhythm breaks and angles designed specifically for Fury's awkward style. Usyk understands that he cannot allow Fury to dictate the pace or use his weight to lean and smother as he did against Deontay Wilder and Dillian Whyte. The Ukrainian's entire focus is on controlling the distance and forcing Fury into mistakes. The narrative around this trilogy is fascinating. Fury, at 6'9" and around 260 pounds, represents the modern super heavyweight archetype, tall, rangy, and physically dominant. Usyk, at 6'3" and roughly 220 pounds, represents the throwback, a pure boxer relying on movement, intelligence, and craft rather than brute strength. The contrast in their styles has created one of the most intriguing matchups in boxing history. Many analysts have described the trilogy as a clash between science and chaos. Usyk is the scientist, dissecting his opponents with precision. Fury is the chaos, unpredictable, unorthodox, capable of switching from slick boxing to brawling within seconds. When these two forces collide, the result is always drama. For Fury, the biggest adjustment in this third fight must come from discipline. In the first two fights, he was often too confident early, trying to play mind games and control tempo without enough activity. Usyk capitalized on that by stealing rounds with clean, efficient punching. Fury can't afford to let that happen again. He needs to use his size advantage effectively, not just leaning and bullying, but cutting off the ring and forcing exchanges on his terms. Usyk, on the other hand, knows that Fury is dangerous when cornered emotionally. When Fury feels disrespected or doubted, he often fights with a chip on his shoulder. That's when he's most dangerous. Usyk's strategy will be to stay composed, avoid unnecessary exchanges, and frustrate Fury the way he did in their first fight. The psychology of this matchup is as interesting as the tactics. Fury thrives on chaos. He loves to talk, provoke, and get under his opponent's skin. But against Usyk, that doesn't work. The Ukrainian is stoic, unshakable, and immune to mind games. That's one reason Fury has seemed more subdued in this build-up. Usyk simply won't engage in the circus. He answers every question with calm confidence, and that gets under Fury's skin more than any insult could. In recent interviews, Fury has said, "I'm going to smash him this time, no points, no decisions. I'm knocking him spark out." But deep down, he knows Usyk's defense and chin make that easier said than done. Usyk, meanwhile, responded with a quiet smile, saying only, "I'm ready for whatever he brings." He talks a lot. I do the boxing. That contrast in personalities defines why fans are so drawn to this trilogy. From a technical perspective, both fighters have areas to exploit. Fury's jab and uppercut are his most dangerous weapons. If he can establish the jab early and keep Usyk from circling comfortably, he can control the fight. But Usyk's southpaw stance and constant movement make him a nightmare to pin down. He rarely stays in the same position after throwing, which neutralizes Fury's counter-punching opportunities. Usyk's best weapon, as always, is his timing. He doesn't rely on one-punch power, but on combinations that come from angles opponents don't see. Against Joshua, he landed flurries that stole rounds. Against Fury, he uses those same bursts to offset the size difference, hitting and getting out before Fury can respond. In the second fight, his ability to adapt mid-round was what saved him from Fury's early dominance. There's also the question of endurance. Fury has always had great stamina for a man his size, but in the last few fights, signs of slowing down have shown. His performances against Ngannou and the rematch with Usyk revealed that he tires faster when pressured. Usyk, by contrast, is known for his engine. He never stops moving, never stops working angles. That could once again be a decisive factor. The fight's location adds another layer of intrigue. Saudi Arabia has become the new epicenter for major boxing events, with both fighters already familiar with the environment. The massive purses offered by Saudi organizers make it hard for any fighter to say no. For Fury, this might be one of the last huge paydays of his career. For Usyk, it's a chance to cement his name among the all-time greats and retire as undisputed champion in two weight divisions, cruiserweight and heavyweight. Outside the ring, fans and pundits are divided. Some say Fury's sheer size and experience in the third fight will finally allow him to overwhelm Usyk. Others believe Usyk has Fury figured out and will only be sharper this time. British fans want to see their Gypsy King reclaim his glory, while Ukrainians see Usyk as a national hero fighting not just for titles, but for pride and representation during a difficult time for his country. Promoter Frank Warren has called this the biggest heavyweight trilogy since Ali vs. Frazier. While that might sound like hype, it's not far-fetched. Fury and Usyk represent two completely different schools of boxing, and their rivalry has already produced unforgettable moments. The trilogy is expected to break pay-per-view records, especially with global streaming deals and international coverage. In terms of predictions, experts are split down the middle. Former champions like Lennox Lewis have said Fury's size should make the difference if he fights smart. Others like Evander Holyfield have praised Usyk's technique, saying that precision and discipline often beat raw power. The odds have been fluctuating, showing just how unpredictable this matchup is. During open workouts, Fury looked leaner than he has in years. He moved fluidly, showing quick feet and sharp combinations, hinting that he's focusing on boxing rather than brawling. Usyk, on the other hand, appeared as focused as ever, drilling head movement and body angles with machine-like precision. Both men know that one mistake could define their legacies. The pre-fight press conferences have been less hostile this time, but still electric. Fury, wearing his usual flamboyant suits, told reporters, "Usyk got lucky once, then the judges saved him the second time. This time, no more decisions. I'm putting him to sleep." Usyk responded calmly, saying, "He can sing, he can talk, he can dance, but when the bell rings, we will see who is real." The crowd loved it, the perfect mix of confidence and class. As fight night approaches, tension builds. The arena in Riyadh will be packed with celebrities, royalty, and boxing legends. The lights will dim, the music will rise, and two men will step into the ring to settle the score once and for all. Fury will try to use his reach and power to bully the smaller man. Usyk will aim to turn the fight into a chess match, forcing Fury to play his game. Round after round, expect drama. Fury might start fast, looking to impose himself early. Usyk will likely weather the storm, adapt, and find his rhythm. The later rounds could once again decide everything. Will Fury's power finally break through, or will Usyk's precision carve another masterpiece? Whatever happens, Tyson Fury vs. Oleksandr Usyk III will mark the end of an era. Two of the most skilled heavyweights of their time, representing different philosophies of the sport, meeting for one last time to decide who truly stands on top. For Fury, it's a chance to prove he's still the king. For Usyk, it's about legacy and history. No matter who wins, this trilogy will be remembered as one of the most fascinating rivalries in modern boxing, a perfect mix of size, skill, and story. The Gypsy King versus the Ukrainian Master, chaos versus control, heart versus calculation. The world will be watching, holding its breath as two giants of the sport write the final chapter of their unforgettable saga.